Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing to work on our custom Wrangler, and in the last episode we got all of our parts painted. It was quite a bit. On top of that, we had a few pieces that were two-tone paint job, but we got all that done. It all turned out fantastic. So this episode we are going to start reassembling it. We already started a little bit. We got that windshield frame on there, so we're going to continue reassembling all this. We're still waiting on the wheels to show up. When those show up, we'll get the tires, get everything mounted and balanced, and throw them on here to complete the look. But let's continue reassembling. Alright guys, let's do a little bit Midway walk around progress. We got the hood on there, we got the windshield installed, we got the grill in here. It's just temporary because we are still going to have to change out those headlights, but we got this on, that way we can adjust the hood, the fenders, basically all that stuff needed to be adjusted before we could put these fenders on. These are looking real good. These mesh are going to be red, still got to do that. These caps are really give it a nice look, especially at their body color. I'm really liking this. We got the inserts in there. We got the frame sliders on there, and I actually like these because these stick out a little bit more. Other ones that we've installed, they're real close, so you can actually probably wind up using this as a running board or as a step, so that's good. We got the rear flares installed. We got the rear bumper in there. In my opinion, that looks 100% times better than just black textured ones. Alright, so we're making real good progress on this Jeep. Still got a good amount of work left on it, but the wheels actually just came in, so let's go check those out. Alright, so this is the wheels that we're getting. They're 17-inch American Racing ATX series. Alright, so that is the design that we decided to go with. Nice little split spoke design with a beadlock look to it. They're 17s. And the tires that we're going to put on them are the General Grapplers ATs. These look a lot like the Snittos that we just put on the new Ram. So, and the reviews are awesome on these, and I think that's going to look really good with the rims, the tires on this Jeep to give it that off-road look. Alright, so let's load up these rims and tires, take them to our tire shop so they can mount and balance them, and then while they're doing that, we're going to continue putting more stuff on the Jeep. got the wheels and tires back from our tire shop. That's what these are gonna look like. It's gonna look real nice, especially once we clean these tires up, put some armor all on them. It's gonna look real good. But while those were gone, let's take a look at what we did. We got a dual stabilizer, steering stabilizer from Rough Country that we got that put on there. I think that's going to make a huge difference, especially with the steering wheel feel and everything else like that with the bigger tires. So I think that's a definite must for an upgrade. Also, since our hit was directly right in front, we got our wire harness completely redone. We got new plugs for the fog lights. Believe it or not, there's actually an ABS wire for that wheel. It runs from this side through here and it goes to that ABS sensor. So we got that all repaired. And then on top of that, we have our additional vacuum pump that's located here typically, but we are relocating that. We also ran a new wire to the new relocation area. So the wiring is done in the front here. We still got a little bit of wiring to do for like the LED bars and everything else like that, but that'll be a little bit later. We also got the red painted on the hood. We got some nice heat shields on the underside of the hood that came with it. So that's going to look real good. Alright, so now that we got the tires and wheels, let's get them on the Jeep and see how they look on it and see how it drives. Alright, right before we put these wheels on there, we actually did wind up getting some hub-centric rings because the bore on these aftermarket wheels is bigger than what the factory is, and so this just slips up over this, and this will help to center this wheel on here. We also, there's little locking, these things, we actually took all those off because we did have situations where we're still getting a little bit of vibration just because those, they were not letting the tire sit completely flat on it. So we went ahead and removed all those locking clips on there, and we're gonna get these hub-centric rings on there. That way we have a nice smooth ride even with the big tires. I think that looks great on there, but the funny thing is this rim doesn't even look like it's a 17-inch rim with these big tires on there, but it's still pretty cool off-road look to it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and install the other three, and then we'll come back to it for the test drive. Alright guys, so we got the wheels on there. We actually went ahead and we threw the front bumper on there. We got the winch installed in there. We still got to run the wiring for it. We got our LED bars, lights all installed. Also still got to run all the wiring for it. Got our fender liners on there, got them trimmed out. Pretty much, let's take it outside, take a quick look around it, and take it for that first test drive we've been waiting for. Alright guys, it's even looking even better outside than inside the shop. Everything is real nice, everything goes together. Wheels really make this the Jeep the look that we're looking for. We got the headlights. Actually, the inside's painted, so that's what those are gonna look like. The interior cleaned up real nice. We actually got the radio, so we'll go ahead and get that out of the box. Give you guys a look at what kind of radio we're gonna be installing in there. Still got the stocks on there. We still got to get those the new LEDs on there. But it's getting really close to being 100%. Alright, so here's the head unit, the radio that we're going to be putting in. It actually comes with a new trim piece that goes around the cluster because the radio is a lot bigger and this needs to be reshaped. And here's the head unit. It's got a nice 10-inch screen, maybe a little bit bigger. It's all touch screen. It's a full Android. Also comes with this nice trim piece that we can reuse the window switches and the vents. So, and then it actually comes with a new top piece that also needs to be redesigned, and then it comes with all the wiring, and then on top of that it comes most importantly with the CAN bus. Normally this is $120 extra, and that's going to make all the factory buttons and controls on the steering wheel work with this radio. Alright guys, actually I think we're going to go ahead and hook everything up. We're going to get that radio installed, get all the wiring done for all the lights, get those headlights put in. Basically get it all complete, so that way we can get a complete experience, on when we take it for that first test drive. Alright guys, so we got our stickers on there, the final little touch on this Jeep, and she's 100% ready to go. Alright, so let's take a little walk around. Normally we do that outside, but the wind is pretty bad right now, so we're going to do that inside. Everything, I mean, basically what we had envisioned for this Jeep, that's what it turned out like. We're super happy with the overall design, the paint, everything turned out real nice. We got the headlights, nice little touch to it. It's like not that bright red, but it's still a nice red to it. Same thing with the light bars and everything. We got that winch in there. Also with a red tab to go along with our theme with the D-rings there. Bumpers are looking real good. Color matched, smooth. It was a lot of work to get them to that, but it's worth it. It looks so much better than just having them the textured black. We got the fender flares. You can stand on these, so those turned out real good. These mirror caps, I'm glad we did those. I think it's a huge difference versus even if we did everything and left them black, I don't think it would have been the same. And the roof makes a huge difference too. That we painted it instead of having it that black color. The rims and tires, I mean, it's just classic Jeep in my opinion. Just sets this off exactly to what we wanted it. Got the LED taillights on there. I think those look really nice. Got the rear bumper with the hitch, with that spare tire. Everything all nice and cleaned up inside. I know it's a little dark, but you can probably see. I mean, it cleaned. It was pretty dirty, but it cleaned up real nice. I mean, it looks like it's new now. Also, we did, because these Jeeps, with this spare tire being here, the back window, you got a lot of blind spots when you're backing up. So we decided to add a backup camera to it. And probably didn't notice it, but we hid it there for a reason, just so it doesn't stick out like an eyesore. Nice little location right through the spokes. You're going to really help backing up this thing. Alright, the interior, everything cleaned up super nice. Wound up buying some of these pretty cool floor mats that they got right from the dealer. Goes along with the whole Jeep thing. And then most importantly, the screen on the interior. This is super nice. I mean, it fits in. It does come with this extra trim. It didn't fit correctly right out of the box. We did have to modify it and make sure that it fits nicely. But once we got done with it, it looks like a factory application to it. So let's check it out. Full Android. Works exactly like your phone would. And then it's got a ton of apps. I mean, it even's got a calculator if you feel like doing some math on the road. Oh, look at that. It's even got a YouTube app. You got to actually you can hook up this radio to a hotspot on your phone, or we're in the shop, we got it hooked up to our Wi-Fi. So we got YouTube there. Where's the search button? Alright, there you go. We got some of our builds. Hey, I mean, that's that Jeep right there when we were just starting to build it.
Today we're continuing to work on our Wrangler.
So, pretty cool. Backup camera is going to be nice. I mean, on this big screen you can really see everything on there, so that would be really nice, whoever's going to be driving this around, the new owner. Alright, I think we looked at everything, So let's take it for the first test drive. And also we did install a super chip on it, so it should drive real nice. Because that changes the wheel size and also changes the shift points for the transmission to compensate. That was just the seat clicking into place. Basically changes it to suit the bigger tires, so the car's not overreacting. Man, this lift kit's actually pretty nice with the tires and everything. It's not too bouncy. It actually feels like a regular Jeep, not one that's been lifted or anything. Let's see how this backup camera is outside. There's no squeaks or rattles. Everything's super nice. All right, guys. So we completed our first test drive. The Jeep just runs amazing. It's just a joy to drive it. I think the person that's going to wind up getting this, buying it, is going to be super happy with it because everything is super nice. Everything drives, works. So we're super happy with it. I'm sure the next person will be too. Oh, we're done with the Jeep. That's it for this build. It was quite a lengthy build. It did take us quite a bit of time, but there was a lot of detail that we had to do into this Jeep. Just the paint job took us, 3 or 4 different times to paint all the parts because there's so many of them. And then on top of that, with the custom grille, the hood, the flares, all this stuff that was two-tone, that was very time-consuming. But in the end, it was worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, leave us a comment. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next build.